Well, hello and welcome to our first Sunday service of 2021 from Sutton Village Church. Happy New Year! My name's Chris, I'm one of the leaders at church, and while we continue to be unable to meet in person at church, this continues to be our weekly opportunity to meet online and share together some time in the presence of God. I hope you had a good New Year. Admittedly, it was quite different than normal for many people. Doing Auld Lang Syne on your own isn't quite the same, is it? Sort of doing this. Still, at least you don't have to pretend you knew all the words. And then there was the lack of the fireworks in London. That was a bit odd, wasn't it? We've got so used to, over the last sort of 20 years, seeing the New Year brought in with that massive display on the banks of the River Thames. Though I do often think, I wonder if that money could be better spent. Is that just me that thinks that? Last year the fireworks down in London cost £3.5 million. I wonder what will happen to that money this year. I hope they put it to good use. Now, exactly a year ago, it was my honour to run a series of messages in church called SVC Bootcamp. Do you remember those? We ran through some of the most commonly asked questions of Christians by non-Christians. And on the first Sunday of the year, so exactly a year ago this weekend in 2020, the question I was trying to answer was, where is God when bad things happen? Where is God when bad things happen? We looked at the story of a man who lived about 600 years before Jesus called Habakkuk, in a time when everything around him was different to what he knew. Everything he believed in was being challenged. He was worried, frustrated, he felt let down by God, and he cried out to God, why? Why are you letting all this happen? Sound familiar? It's uncanny, isn't it? Is that not us right now? We looked at loads of bits in the Bible where different people spoke about the kind of mindset that we need to have when we feel challenged, and how to cope when we don't feel God is there in control. What I want to know is how many of us have done what Habakkuk conceded he needed to do in Habakkuk, I can't even say it, 2 verse 1, it's cold out here. This is what he said: I will stand at my watch and station myself on the ramparts. I will look to see what he will say to me. Despite everything that's going on and continues to affect our lives, let's not lose focus on the belief that God is in control. Let's continue to stand at our watch with that unobstructed view to God and look to see what he will say to me. I love that phrase. We might not be able to actually hear God talking, but all around us, I do believe we can see God talking to us. If, however, you're struggling to see God talking to us, you're probably not alone. And this morning's message is just for you. It's called, Why is God Making Me Wait? That's coming up soon. But first this morning, let's sing together.